Welcome to the stream, welcome to the stream, welcome to the stream. Pentiment! We are in Act 2, I believe. Right? We're older. We've visibly aged. We have a trainee under us, seemingly. I've got a nice pelt affixed to my shoulder. I'm not yet tired. Perhaps after compline. Of course. So yeah, we are just gonna play some. Sorry, just an audio. Some Pentiment tonight to chill. It was sparse compared to what I'm used to. Oh. Alright, so yeah, we've entered some kind of time skip after the climax of Act 1, last stream of Pentiment, where we declared our, a man, whatever, Frank? Was it Prior Frank? As the done-it, who done it? Oh, this looks nice. This is different. Hello, Andres. How are you enjoying your stay? Why the hell would I say the room is not what I'm used to? Come on now. It's been wonderful, Hannah. Thank you. Oh, good. You're in the best room we have. I'm glad it's to your liking. Was there anything else? No, thank you. Until later. Until then. Alright, so I'm curious. I'm very curious about what this... Now, what do we do? I'm gonna go... I forget, when's the last time we streamed? Let me check. Quite probably some time ago. I'm actually too lazy to check the exact time, but like... We had such a honestly, an eventful last stream in Pentiment. And I'm curious now... Am I back here and is another murder gonna happen? Do I come back here to pay respects for Piero? And then... Is another murder gonna happen? Do I do this again? Is it gonna be something like that? Imagine I'm not just here and nothing's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Is someone gonna go for my life? It's interesting because we didn't leave on such good terms with quite a bit of people, I think. You know what I mean? Like, we weren't... Some people hated us and said never to come back, so... Good day, Master Maller. What is that guy doing? He's fondling some barrels. What is he doing? What is that action? Oh, we got a couple people. Okay, here we go. Let's talk to Nico. Uncle Nico. Ah, Master Maller, is it? Hello and welcome to the Golden Hand. I am Nico Berger. I own this land house and run it with my wife, Hannah, and our son, Killian. I believe my boy helped you to your room. Is it to your liking? Again, why would I be an asshole? It's lovely, thank you. I'm glad to hear it, glad to hear it. When you arrived in town, one of the locals said you lived here a few years back. I was curious how much the time skipped was. Yes, I worked for the Abbey as an artist. Ah, I see. I heard that you were involved in solving a murder. Yes, out of necessity. Wrong man was being accused of the crime of a friend of mine. I heard it was the prior at the abbey, that the Baron was a sacrifice in some diabolical spell the brother was casting. No, he wasn't casting a spell. The Baron wasn't a sacrifice. Where did you hear that? Oh, bits and pieces that people have said here and there. Sounds like the story's changed in the last 7 years. I'm gonna change my mic position here really quick. Ooh. That's actually better. I meant no offense, Master Mallory. I just find it to be an interesting story. It's not a story, it's something that happened. 2 people died. Of course. Again, I meant no offense. Well, I'll leave you to your day. Until later. Until then. Nico. Uncle Nico. Hello, Andres. Oh, you've got nothing to say, Samuel. If that's your real name. I don't belong here. I don't belong here. So let's look at the map here. Bill Strange being back in Kearsall. Back in Tassing. I haven't talked to anyone here in years. I should stop by Klaus's house to see how he's been. Klaus. Brother Władysław uses thyme in almost all the Abbey's cooking. Maybe because it grows so easily here. Just do it. You know it's the right thing. Oh, it's Otto. It's good to see Otto not in trouble. Remember how we got Otto to help us dig up a grave in the last, I think, 2 streams ago maybe now, but it didn't seem like he was going to have a good time by the time I left, before the time skip, so I assumed the worst was maybe going to happen to Otto, but good to see he's good. Just do it. You know it's the right thing. I don't understand why it's so hard for you. Otto, I'm scared. It's dangerous to cross the Abbot. Would you prefer the alternative? You don't need to do that, Otto. I understand. I'm just saying. Andres Maller? It's good to see you again, old friend. Otto, you're looking well. This is my apprentice, Casper Ziegler, from Salzburg. Good day. Something better not happen to this fucking kid. This kid better make it through. That answers that. I thought he might be your son. I've only been married 7 years. Oh God. That's not a good defense. It's only been 7 years. I feel as if you get like an arranged marriage type situation, you'd also probably assume that the next logical step pretty soon, quickly thereafter, would be like arranged child, for lack of a better term. The powers that be would want you to have like a child as quickly as possible. No, not yet. Even I just had our first, little Otto, though we call him Otts. Otts? Oh, look at that little potato of a baby. It's a little potato of a baby. Congratulations to you both. That's wonderful news. Thank you. It's been a trial with Dad gone, but Claire and Ursula help out where they can. Huh, shame. I'm sorry to hear about your father. That's life. At least he's with the, Lord now, free of his aches and pains. I know Eva wrote to you about my father's death, Andres. Why didn't you write back? I'm sorry. Things got busy after I left Tassing. Ah, sorry to interrupt, but I should be heading back. Otto, aren't you going to introduce me to your friend? This is Martin, of course. Oh, it's Martin! Ah, Martin. Martin Bauer, can't you tell? Oh, it's fine, Otto. It's been 7 years and I was so much smaller then. Also, no beard. This is kind of awkward. He was kind of an asshole last time we saw him. And I kind of didn't follow the thread of potentially accusing him. I think correctly, for the record. Oh yes, of course. Hello, Martin. Hello, sorry to run, but I have to get these sheep back to the farm. Has he mellowed out? As much as I love, whiling away the hours in the meadow, I have a lot to attend to. Otto, I'll see you at the meeting later. Andres, until later. Good to see you, Martin. Oh, wait, what's this? The last time I saw Martin was in this meadow. He was sneezing, seemed to hate being here. Even his mother, Cat, said that he always sneezed when he was in the meadow. Strange. That is strange, but why would he point that out? What are we insinuating here? What? Are we insinuating that this isn't Martin? Are we trying to insinuate that there's a body double thing going on? Is it strange, or are you just confused? Am I confused? Are you? Good to see you, Martin. Pain in my ass. I can't tell if that's like something strange is going on, or if that's just like another like red herring type situation. That's weird. Pain in my ass. Is something happening in town? You've picked an interesting time to visit. Come by the town commons in a while. I think you'll be interested to hear what I have to say. Oh shit, hot gossip. Hot goss. I'll consider it, thanks. I hope to see you there. Until later. The many-petaled cinquefoil grows so easily, some consider it a weed. A weed. Oh, I gotta pet the cat. Pet the kitty. Boy, pet the kitty with me. What a stunned collection of wildflowers. They'll grow so plentifully in the meadows. Alright, so we got Abby, we have Forest, and we got the mill. What's happening at the mill, huh? Let's go what's happening at the ruins, huh? More drawings. What's happening at the Miller House, Church and Drucker's Outer Farms. Okay. Boy, keep up with me. I love to run everywhere. Force. Nothing happening over here. Are there people bathing at the waterfall? My favorite pastime. Waterfall must flow. Did someone fall down the mine like I thought they would? Uh-oh. What is this? 2 innocents. Return to innocence. What is this? What do you mean 2 innocents? What do you mean 2 innocents? Immediately, I take that up as like a judgment upon my decision I made at the end of Act 1. Are you saying I accused the wrong person? I mean, okay, we haven't really talked about it much, but like, obviously, I don't know how the game shakes out, but like, I had to accuse someone, and I was not going to let my friend, who very clearly, seemingly didn't do the crime, so I'd much rather have accused someone who seemed kind of shitty, and potentially did something bad. There's a chance, right? I forgot my train of thought. How embarrassing. I was gonna say something along the lines of like, oh, what was the thought I had? Fuck. Well, I had some idea. I had some train I was following. Let me see. If I go to innocence again, am I gonna re-jog my memory? Nope, it's gone. But I mean, I guess I was probably gonna say something along the lines of like, oh, I know what I was gonna say. Odds are, if there is truly someone who did the crime, right? And it was my job to pick someone, and I was given so many different like threads to, you know, pull on and tackle and try to go for. Odds are, probably I was not gonna pick the right person. If you give me one shot at one person and then the field, odds are the field probably is gonna win, and I'm probably picking the one wrong person. So I shouldn't feel too bad. And like I said, at the end of the day, I was there to just defend. I feel my main sole purpose was to defend my friend, who very clearly I think didn't do it. So, if Father Gernot's new restrictions, townsfolk can't even gather sticks without a fee. Oh. Basically what I'm saying is, I don't need to feel bad. I shouldn't feel bad, even if I was wrong. Which, most likely, I was wrong. The odds were stacked against me. Brother Washlov uses time... Oh, we read that before. I ran into Otto and Martin. Martin returned from his adventures as a changed man. Otto told me to come to the Commons later. I'll head there after I talk to Klaus. Okay. So I gotta talk to Klaus. Oh. Andres, I had heard you back in... I heard you were back in Tassing. Can't read. God bless you. God bless you, Father Thomas. It is good to see you again. Hopefully this visit will be less eventful than your last. Tassing has enough going on as it is. We have our bonfire for St. John's Eve tomorrow night. People get up to all sorts of mischief. That's foreboding. And then it's my job to hear their confessions in the days that follow. Not to mention the grumbling the peasants are making. That's just talk, brother. No need to scare our guests with such things. I'm sure if there's trouble, Master Maller will be the first to stick his nose in it. Dude, fuck this guy. That's a funny joke because his name is Guy. I'm gonna bite my tongue and say nothing. It's easy enough for you to come and go. You don't have to live with the consequences. After Frank was executed, Father Abbot made Matthew the new prior. Oh, look at that. Fucking short guy became the new prior. Frank may have been annoying, but Matthew is even worse. Thanks for that. It would have been better for everyone if you had simply allowed Brother Piero to die. Alright, Guy, I hope you're next to die, alright? After all, he only had a few years left anyway. God, how bad do I want to pick that first one? You're a buffoon and a coward who hides behind his habit. Friends, there's no need for such ire. Forgive me, Father Thomas. I let my passions get the better of me. Besides, it's not even why I came down here. I actually came to speak to you on the abbot's behalf, Andres. Father Gernot would like to invite you to come to the library tomorrow morning if you're interested in purchasing some of our books. Why would I want to do that, huh? Gernot hates me. And I equally hate him. So what's all that about, huh? The abbot just had me run off and now he wants me back? I can't know the mind of the Father Abbot. I just do what he asks. This is a trap of some sort. This is a setup. If I go to this, I am immediately targeted and an attempt at my life is taken. I can only assume. That would be my thought. The library is not quite ready yet, as it does not see much use. If you could come by tomorrow morning, Mother Illuminata can show you what's available. Mother Illuminata? Yes, since Mother Cecilia passed a few years ago. Well, I suppose Illuminata knows the library better than anyone. I'll come by to take a look. Very well, I'll let him know. And Andres, I apologize for my harsh words before. It was rash. Fuck you, guy. Maybe this is just a me mentality thing. I'm, and I know it's just a video game, so it's whatever. But in general, in life, nothing irks me. Few things irk me more than someone doing something asshole-ish and then immediately apologizing after it. I'd rather you keep that same energy. But like usually backing up and being like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that." Immediately. I hate that. No way. Like, honestly, just keep the energy. If you're gonna be an asshole, just be an asshole for a while, alright? You've entered the asshole realm. Because what it says to me is, like, you're saying, like, it's basically like people who think they can immediately be excused for any wrongdoings they do. And it's like, no, you've already entered the asshole territory. The asshole zone. You can't just, like, say, "Ooh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, absolve me of my sins. Oh, man, I'm sorry I did that." No. You know what? Break away. Let us be bitter at each other for a while. And then we're fine. Would I say it's just a joke? It's just a joke. It's keeping the same energy or like the apology? No, that's the same thing. That, I mean, it's like, it obviously slightly different tone, but that's also the same thing. That falls in line. That's the same thing to me. Again, if you're gonna act a fool, act like an asshole, keep that energy. You don't just get to immediately apologize, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to make yourself feel better and trying to, like, remove any, like, fault. In my opinion. You can't do that. Or you can do it. You can do it. But I'll think less of you. That's just how it is. Don't do the wrong thing in the first place if you can't, like, stand by it. So fuck this guy. Brother Piero was a pious man and a skilled artist. We miss him. I'm not wasting my breath on this guy. I'm just nodding. I hope he dies next. I hope he dies next. I will not shed a tear, and I will not try very hard to try to solve his murder. Oh, Father Thomas, do you have a moment to speak inside the church? Yes, I think so. Why? Private matter. Oh, of course, of course. Until tomorrow. God bless you, Andres. I feel like this guy's... There's a plan to murder me, I think. I don't like this. I feel there are people having a go at my life. I really hope this trainee I've got with me, an apprentice, I guess I should call him. I hope he, like, helps me solve something. That'd be fun. The Rathos construction is going smoothly. I wonder if they'll finish it before winter. All these houses are locked. What the hell? Tassing is lucky to have such a wound wart naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. I assume everything's locked because it just kind of wants me to do the thing I'm supposed to do. So I should probably go do that. Where am I supposed to head? Oh, the Drucker house. It's right here, right? I'm here! Oh, there's a baby on the ground. Baby noises! Is there anyone over here? Nope. Okay, can I go talk to Klaus? Dots. Andres. Uh-oh. I don't want to bother you, but I was passing through. Well, feel free to keep passing through. It's been 7 years, after all. Okay. All right. Hostility. Like, I don't know why are these people pissed at me? I was banished. The church was like, hey, the guy who headed the church was like, I don't want you around here anymore. And I was like, cool, don't have to tell me twice. And I peaced out. Now, why are people coming at me when it's the church who was banishing me? I'm fired up right now. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. I'm like this defenseless, like, person. First Bert, then Mary, just after Magdalene was born. My wife always thought highly of you. Can't believe you didn't write back after I told you they had passed. Oh. 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 Did you get modded? No? Did you? Nothing showed up on my end. I would assume that's just a Twitch breaking thing. But I didn't see anything come through. I'm sorry, I should have written. Yes, you should have. Okay, so this guy has too late for that now though. Alright, family devastated. Look at this little baby. Boop. Oh, she's saying boop it, bepida boopo. Boop beep bopo. Oh, hello. She likes you. Oh, she's adorable. Your business seems to have grown. What are you printing? The 12 articles, they were originally written by Swabian peasants who were demanding changes from their lords. Oh. Freedom from serfdom, freedom to hunt and use the woods as God intended, freedom from compulsory labor. Abolition of the inheritance tax, fair appraisal of rent, the return of property to common use and ownership. Bavaria is in Swabia, but their complaints are just as valid for the peasants of Tassing. Why the hell would I say this first thing? There's not... No. Ah, so this is Otto's cause. He's caught your ear already, The abbot has been squeezing the peasants for years. Now he's squeezing the townsfolk, and we're pushing back. Their cause is righteous, Andres. If you haven't seen the Gertners lately, you should visit them. And Otto had you print these? Yes. Why? Well, I didn't think he could read. He can't, but just about everyone else in town can. He speaks, I print, just trying to do my part, I suppose. I'm sorry. I'm still not in the mood for this late reunion. Come back for dinner tomorrow. You should go to the Commons. Hear what Otto has to say. It's worth hearing. Of course. I'll see you then. Be good while we're gone, Magdalene. Will you be good? Gab Garu. That's how we're translating baby talk? Gabagool. I'm a baby. Buka de Beppo. Buka de Beppo. Alright, so I gotta go talk to, Commons. So many people. Everyone, listen! We all know why you're here. Nothing I'm going to say will be a surprise. Nothing I'm going to say hasn't already been spoken behind closed doors, whispered to your neighbors. Nothing I'm going to say is untruthful, so it's time we start saying it openly. Dude, I really hope this is like a revolution against the church. This needs to be... I will help Otto spearhead a... Honestly... I don't know, a mass massacre against the church or something. Nothing I'm going to say is untruthful, so it's time we start saying it openly. Year after year, the Abbey has found new ways to tax the peasants. Piece by piece, the Abbey has taken away our rights to use God's forests to support our families. Law after law gets heaped upon us, restrictions on how we can pay rent, limits on where we can move, who we can wed. And now, the death tax, which once claimed only our best animal and garments, takes half our estate. No consideration for widows, no consideration for children. What about the town council, the Rathaus? Surely that is a sign that the abbot wishes to share his power to listen to our grievances. You have a good heart, Ulrich. You always went to see the best in people. But no. The council is a way for the abbot to divide us, to pit a favored few against the many. This is not charity. No, only greed and desperation drive Father Gernot. You would think that if the abbot could, he'd steal a dead man's soul from heaven itself. And when we protested, what did Father Gernot do? He locked the shrine of St. Moritz. He won't allow the people of this town, the farmers of this land, to pray before the relic. Now, when we most need the intercession of our saint, the abbot has shut us out. I was waiting for the... Father Gernot's actions aren't just. They aren't Christian. We've endured this abuse for too long. It's time we let the abbot know we won't take it anymore. Too right. Here, here. Yes. This has to stop. Let's fix this. Stop. This is foolish. Soldiers are already patrolling nearby towns. If you push against the abbey, you'll incur the Duke's wrath. Fuck the Duke. You could get the town razed and everyone killed. Hannah's right. The Duke is a powerful force in Bavaria. You're playing a dangerous game, Otto. Now, it's been long established, we hate Lenhart as a character. So anything he says, his opinion, immediately we go opposite of. If you're on the same side as Lenhart, you're in the wrong. So, if he's saying we shouldn't challenge the church, we swerve and go the opposite way. Easily. You lot are no match for trained soldiers. If you don't relent, you'll be ground to dust like the Swabian peasants. We could always grind you up instead, Lenhart. It might be right if there are already soldiers about. I don't know about this, it's cut off. We must stand for what's right. God is on our side. Don't be shy. Speak up if you have cause. We won't be overrun. The peasants of Salzburg were able to take the city and have their cause heard. If the people can get the Archbishop of Salzburg to listen to them, then we can do the same with the abbot. Master Andreas, do you think my family in Salzburg is all right? Kid? Quiet, Casper. I'm trying to listen. Jesus. Does he want to hear a logical answer? Don't worry, the civilian losses were minimal. They're probably fine. Oh no, maybe we should go to Salzburg after this. Enough is enough. We can't stand by while the abbot continues to treating us poorly. People all over Swabia are taking back their God-given rights. Why shouldn't we do the same? A righteous cause. Martin's right. We deserve better. We can't do this. Well spoken, Martin. Everyone ought to consider what he said. Martin has proved dependably these last few years. But if the words of men can't persuade you, perhaps a sign from a greater power will. The abbot may have locked us out of our saint's shrine, but God has shown me that he is with us. I think that's all I should say for now. Thank you all for coming. Interesting. Good day, Andres. Claire, it's been too long. It's lovely to see you again. Hello, Andres. I'm surprised to see you after your long absence from Tassing. At this rate, we thought we'd never see you again. Also, I don't know why people are acting like it's so weird. I mean, this is what, the 1500s? It probably was not easy to make it, like... like, make it back to a place over the course of years. Like, you're a traveling dude. I mean, I'm not the most shining example, but, like, I have modern conveniences like airplanes. And it takes less than a day for me to, like, travel halfway across the country or whatever. And I already find it hard to, like, go home every once in a while, see family. This guy's has to, you'd have to travel by, like, foot or something. It's like countries away. If I was living back then, I'd be like, I would never want to go anywhere. Traveling is a hassle. How about you come to me? Anyway, I'm surprised to see you after your long absence from Tassing. At this rate, we thought we'd never see you again. Let's see. Okay, top answer is a joke. Don't have to pick it, ever. I'm gonna say, I was gone too long. I'm sorry for not sending word of my arrival. You certainly did pick an odd time to visit. We're in the middle of a strange season. Ah, you found the Gertners. Your speech was very rousing, Otto. I swear, they get better each time. Are you looking for trouble, Otto? Of course not, but I understand what might happen if the abbot doesn't listen to reason. Even so, people here can't go on like this. Something has to change. I'm gonna say nothing. Oh, look, this might be our first successful check here. Look at that. Look at all these positives for me. It's good to see the blue. I'm so used to seeing all the red for things I fucked up along the way. Let me see. Understood. Disobeyed the abbot. Suggested someone should do something about unjust laws. Stood your ground. Said you didn't care if Matthew told the abbot about the dig. Wow. Otto, did you really see a sign from God? Is that true? Success. It is, Andres. I swear. Come talk to me later. I'll tell you what I can. Alright? Anyway, Andres, you and yours should come by the house for supper. We'd be delighted to have you. Sound good to you, Casper? Yes, Master Andres, I'm starving. Our table is a little sparse lately, but we'll be sure to feed you well. Thank you. We'll see you there. Oh, I thought that was going to be like a I shouldn't commit to it kind of thing, but I don't think I have a choice. Andreas, you're back in Tassing? Just for a few days. I wanted to pay my respects for Brother Piero. Oh yes, Brother Piero. What a talent with color. I'm sorry, Andres. He was a sweet old man. Talk to him sometimes on my breaks up at the Abbey. Surprised Prior Frank didn't give you an earful. Well, he did before the, unpleasantness. I'm sure you know it shook up things at the Abbey for a while. Brother Guy made it clear I wasn't welcome at Kearsall when I arrived, so yes. For what it's worth, you're still welcome in Tassing. Anyway, Matthew's Prior now. Still strict, but a bit quieter about it. So maybe it's change for the best? Who's to say? You don't have to live by the rule. The rule? Oh. Okay, what is that a picture of there? Why is there like a sexy... There's like a sexy turnip, and then... I can't even tell what that blue thing is with the legs. What? Then again, I'll have to live under Father Gernot's rule, which is probably worse. Oh, are you with the peasants, Endris? Well, of course. Gernot has been running them into the ground. I feel like Gernot's gonna die. And I'd be okay with that. If that's what this game is heading towards. On top of that, can't even use the forest anymore. Any of us used to be nope. Any of us used to be able, it was just spelled weird, to go fishing in there, not anymore. How far are you going to take this? Well, I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm not leading the thing. But I trust in Otto and the peasants. But I trust in Otto and the peasants do too. I hope your trust is well placed. Pray for us, will you? We could use St. Moritz' help right now. Say, Andres, how's the married life been treating you? After you left here and returned to Nuremberg, I take it you were married? I was. Sabine, she was waiting for me. I hope the married life has treated you well. I still have not found anyone. Oof. I fear it's never going to happen. Really? Not a single person has caught your eye? Well, when I was in Innsbruck a few years ago, I saw a real pretty girl at the market selling painted pots. I think about her sometimes, maybe more than is Christian. Why the hell would why would I say that? Come on. Hold on, you need to go back to Innsbruck and find that pretty girl. What? Really? Life is too short to spend dreaming about the loves you could have had, trust me. You seem to feel strongly about this, Andres. But it sounds foolish. Juvenile, you might say. I'm gonna say, don't overthink it. Just take my advice. Oh, look at that matchmaker. Matchmaker. Well, if I ever have the chance to get back to Innsbruck, maybe I will. There's something to look forward to, after all. I thank you, Andres. You're a man of inspiration. A pleasure. Until later on, Indris. Until then. Indris. Andres. Andres. Indris. There's that potato baby. Potato baby. Andres. So, Otto, sign from God? Oh, right. I found something just a few days ago. This will sound crazy, but I found St. Morse's head. Oh, okay. You're right, that does sound crazy. Well, believe it, because it's true. Alright, I can't say anything more until St. John's Day. St. John's Day. Then everyone will know. Who else knows about this? Only those who need to know. And you, of course. Feel lucky? Maybe I will on St. John's Day when I see what all the fuss is about. It'll be worth the wait, trust me. Until later, Andres. Okay, so we got a guy claiming he found a saint head. I don't know how to feel about that. What's happening over here? Andres Maller. Hello, cat. Well, would you look at that? You're back in Tassing. And look at you. You've done well for yourself. And who's this? Cat, please meet Casper, my apprentice. Hello. He's got the posture of an artist, that's for sure. Good strong face, though. What do you mean he's got the posture for an artist? I do? What brings you back to Tassing, Andres? Just passing through on the way back to Nuremberg. I saw Martin earlier. Must say I was surprised to see him. That's right. He disappeared when you were last in town. France passed a few winters ago. Then Wolf. Brigitte and I nearly lost the farm and our mines. But Martin returned shortly after, and he's proved to be a changed man, a good man. Man, the game is really, like, hinting at, like he was body switched, body snatched, replaced. How wild would that be? It's not the real Martin. He's changed. He's too different. He's grown weirdly. He's not an asshole. He saved us from destitution. I'm just going to say my condolences on Fran's passing. Thank you. He was a, well, a difficult man. I hope his pains and terrors are eased now that he's at God's side. And now that Martin has returned to us, the farm is no longer in danger, and Brigitte and I live in hope of more children soon. Times may be hard in Tassing right now, but God truly does answer our prayers. Glad you and your family are well, Cat, despite everything. Thank you, Andres. Truly good to see you again, even in the midst of such terrible times. Till later, Cat. Until then. Strange. Hello, Andres. Hello, Brigitte. How are you? As well as anyone could be in Tassing right now. Looks like things are going well for you. Martin returned after all. Yes, the winter without him was excruciating. I lost little Wolf, and Cat was worried that she'd lose the farm after France died. But then, Martin returned, and he's provided well for us ever since. Despite the tightening restrictions, we've gotten by. I'm thankful. I'm sorry to hear about Wolf. Thank you, it's... I try not to think about it. Nod regretfully. Cat wants to talk about him all the time, you know. Any night there's clear sky, she looks up and asks if I ever wonder how he's up there. That must be excruciating. Yes, it is. Awkward. I'm sorry, Andres. Can't talk about this anymore. Sorry, I brought him up, Brigitte. Oh, there was a thought bubble. Shit. You didn't know. It's alright. It's been good to see you again, but I should be going. Till later. Till then. Talking about dead babies. Talking about. I should talk to this Martin, or at least guy who's posing as Martin, potentially. Andres Maller, good to see you again after all these years. I'm surprised you'd say that. Your parting words to me back then were hardly kind. Were they? It's been so long, I don't remember. You told me to eat shit. Oh. God, that's bad. I was such a little shit. Haha. Well, sorry for being such an asshole back then. It's nothing to feel bad about. It was a long time ago. What happened to you anyway? Oh, right. You know, I stole some of the Baron's things. Didn't make it far with them. I tried to sell them in Walkow, and I got robbed. Serves me right, I guess. Luckily, they didn't find the coins I was carrying. The money Yeah, it is carried. Carried me around Bavaria for another month and a half. Then, I started stealing. I grew bigger and more confident over time and became highwayman. You were a bandit? Hard to believe, I know, but yes. Anyway, didn't last long. Eventually got scared out of it. I had a partner for the last year of my adventures. We tried to rob some Italians. We thought they were merchants traveling under the banner of St. George. But they were soldiers guarding money from the Bank of St. George in Genoa? Exactly. I learned that later. My partner didn't survive the encounter. Oh, I was wounded and alone in the wilderness. I thought of my father, my mother, Brigitte. I realized I couldn't remember Wolf's face anymore. I had to come back and take up the responsibilities I had left behind. Was coming back difficult? It was. Felt like I had stepped out of another life into this one. Took me a while to get used to everything, to remember how things used to be. It's all in the past now. Just need to look forward. It's a good attitude. I'll talk to you later, Martin. Till then. Martin. Maybe not Martin. Alright, so I gotta head to the farm, I think. I hit the wrong button. Where's this farm? Advertising? Down? Johann. Andres Maller, didn't expect to see you back in Tassing. You look like you've done well for yourself. Thanks. And how have you been? Also, we're talking over the bees. The very loud bees. Things went well for a while after you left. Widow Kemperin lost her land and the abbot let us work it. Oh. Damn. My brother's heart gave out not long after. Then Martin came back to help work the land. Even so, it's been hard to keep up with the abbot's demands and taxes and everything else. Sounds like a lot of people are upset with the abbot these days. They have good reason to be. I know you didn't get on well with the man, either. Father Matthias never let things get this bad. Anyway, good to see you, Andres, even if you are just passing through. Until later. Bye. Hello, Andres. Hello, Hetty. to the Gertner house. Big Jorg. Good to see Big Jorg is still here. Hello. Hello, Ursula. Do you remember me? No. Should I? You used to poke me in the foot with a stick. No. You were very young when I was last in Tassing. I boarded in your parents' house. Oh, the artist, Andres, right? Mom and Dad sometimes talk about you. They said you went away for more training. What was that like? Well, while I was in Aragon, I learned a new technique to make colors that... No, not about the art, Andres, about your travels. Alright. In the forest... Oh, let's just weave a story. In the forest of Aragon, I saw a giant. What? They call him Basaharu. I don't know. He's 9 feet tall. His beard is as long as Big Jork's whole body. 1 foot is like yours of mine, but the size of a whole pig. The other is a tree trunk. He whistles to the shepherds when storms are coming so they can get their flocks to safety. How did you see him? I was in the forest and he spied on me because I was eating bread, which everyone knows is the Basajaru's favorite food. I wish I could see a giant someday. Andres, can I ask you something? Of course. Do you know the stories about Perchta? Wild Hunt? And the Wild Hunt? A little. Didn't learn about them until I lived here. Why? Are they bad? This game is being a bit heavy-handed with the coughing coming from this little girl. It's like a bad sign. Bad how? People say my grandpa used to talk about Perchta, and spirits and charms. And the old woman, Otilia, she talks about them too. It says all these words I don't understand. She told me they're part of the old ways or something. So, why do you think they're bad? Well, my dad says that I shouldn't listen to any of it. He said it's nonsense and that Father Thomas would be mad. He said he only tolerates it with old people because they're too stuck in their ways. I don't want to get in trouble, but Otilia says if I don't learn the old ways, they'll just be forgotten. So are they bad? Cough, cough. Tough. I'm gonna say no. They're not bad. You should learn what you can while you can. Really? Look at that. Another successful check. Yes, it's important for you to carry on the stories and knowledge of your ancestors. Oh, that makes sense. This kid's not living. This kid's not living another time skip. Thanks, Andres. Until later. Too much coughing for my liking. Hello, Andres. Good to see you back in town. Hello, Veronica. How have you been? Oh, you know, pulled every which way. Mom's been a cow about when I'll give her grandchildren. As if I'm not doing enough work already. You shouldn't rush something as important as children. That's what I keep telling her. Maybe you should talk to her, Andres. If it comes from someone as successful as you, maybe she'll pay attention. Anyway, I should get back to work. We're all preparing for the festival. I'll leave you to it. Until later, Veronica. See you, Andres. Big Jorg. Hello again, Andres. We're about to sit down for supper. Care to join? It'd be my pleasure. It's truly a blessing to have everyone back together again, if only briefly. Keep an eye on that boy of yours, Andres. See that he minds how much he takes. Alright, Peter. You're such a fucking hateful person. Young boys eat too goddamn much. Peter, stop that. Andres is our guest. Why don't you lead us in grace? Fine. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. We pray again for our beloved Christine, gone now these many years, and also for my father, taken from us by the merciless greed of that bastard Peter! Forgive me, Lord, and please help me forgive those who have wronged us. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 Master Andres, why are we the only ones with bread? Damn. Oh, this doesn't look good. This place is... I feel bad for eating here. Oh, no. Why would I... Telling him quiet, also saying nothing is not ideal. Just gotta be honest. Be honest with the kid. The Gertners can't afford a lot of bread. They're being polite. Andres, it's so good to have you at our table again. And with another guest. Is this young man your assistant? Casper, yes, he's my apprentice. Ah, that would explain why I saw him writing in that little journal. I remember you did the same thing when you lived here. I have fresh pottage, I have cheese, and I have rye bread. I'm going to eat the cheese. Do you still draw in your journal, Andres? Oh, sometimes when the mood strikes. Wouldn't that be nice, Jorg? If only we had to work when the whim took us. And we toil all day, and that despicable abbot's starving us while he sips on his sacramental fucking wine. Lay off him, Dad. He's only just got here. Peter needs to calm down. How have the fates been treating you these last 2 years? The Lord is testing us with another hard season, I'm afraid. You must have noticed that Peter's father is no longer with us. The winter after you left was a difficult one. With all the taxes he owed, it was hard to make ends meet. We didn't make ends meet. Dad! Hiccup while I was saying that. Hiccup while I was saying, Dad! Dad! A little kindness from the abbot could have spared us, but no. I'm sorry. Sorry, why? You don't control the abbot's cruel heart. Anyway, the debt was my responsibility to pay. And I failed. And this year, the whole family's been ill, Andres. Peter, Ursula and what is that? Ursula with an ague? Ague? And me, well, Claire lost a child in childbed a year ago now. Oh, goodness. All this, like, bad things. It just feels bad. I come back to this place, and it's like everyone's struggling, dude. A tragedy. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you, Andres. It was some time ago, but, well, such things linger. It was... Don't think about it, just keep the conversation going. You're already thinking about it. Please leave me alone, just for a while. Alright, just for a while. Surely the child is with the Lord now. The Lord doesn't seem to look our way any longer. That's why it's time for us to take matters into our own hands. We're eating, not at the table, Do you think... Please, can we not talk about this now? Eat the pottage. York here was married while you were away, Andres. Really? To whom? To me, Andres. Why else do you think I'm here? That's a good point. That's a good point. Bye, Veronica. Veronica, I thought you were just visiting. Huh, no. I'm here for good. It's been a couple springs, but I'm still not used to being married. Congratulations, Jorg. I'm happy for you. Thanks, Andres. It's been our one blessing in a dark season. With children soon to come, I hope. Hey. Now, I know this is the eternal, like, thing about everything. You know, grandparent or parents asking for grandchildren, whatever the case may be. But, like, we see it now these days where it's like there are people electing not to have kids because they're very much like, man, raising a kid in the current times sucks ass. Seems like it would suck ass. The world, kind of a fucking mess right now. And then these people just now are talking about how rough times are and how they barely have any food and how many taxes they have to pay to the fucking church. And then she's like, but really we hope there's a grandkid soon. And it's like, don't you just think that's maybe a bad idea? Does the want for a grandkid from this lady outweigh the possibility that we maybe as a family can't sustain a kid being brought into... I don't know. Maybe I'm being too critical, but it just seems like a bad idea going on here. Where it's like, fuck. They're struggling. She's talking about how everyone's dying around them. They're all sick. They don't have any food. Seems like a bad idea for these people. Ursula says, what? I don't get it. Do you? Oh, forget it, Ursula. What have you been up to, Andres? What should I say? My life seems so far from theirs now. My mind's gone blank. What should I say? Think of something. There has to be something. Don't leave them waiting. I can't think of anything. Nothing but my miserable little problems. They'll think you're rude if you don't say something. Oh, God. It's like the equivalent of, like, first world problems going on right here. Again, these people are dying and struggling to survive, and I'm like, oh, man, the life of a traveling painter. Oh, it sucks. I'll say the top one. Ugh. Foreign patrons are fussy, and I've spent a fortune trying to keep my inks wet and canvases dry while traveling. Christ, Andres. You're living like a king compared to us. I knew something like that was going to be said. What is it like to travel? You must have seen so much. Ursula, maybe you should excuse yourself and rest. You're sick. But Mom, I'm still hungry. Here, Ursula, you can have mine. It's not fair that nobody else gets any bread besides Master Andres and me. Stop! Ursula, give it back to him. I'm not going to have people in this town saying we can't feed our own goddamn guests. Besides, we all have work to get back to, don't we? Good. Time to get back to it, Andres. We'll see you and your boy later. My apologies, Peter. We don't mean to overstay our welcome. It's all right, Andres. He's just in a bad mood. It was lovely to see you again. Yes, thank you for coming, Andres. Will you be staying for St. John's Eve? I think so. Good. Hopefully we'll see you later. Until then. Yikes, dude. Not good. Nothing is good. Let's go see a ghost or something. Where can I go see the ghost? The sin of Saul, the sin of Saul. Uh-oh. Master, did you hear that? Oh, weird music going on. Sounded like someone crying out. I think it's Sister Amelie. She's a mystic. She may be having one of her visions. Let's go look at the window weirdly. Sister Amelie, are you alright? The Philistines! This is the hand of God! Compline! Compline! Sister, is something happening at Compline? Compline. It's Compline right now. No! Sister? Sister Amelie? Oh no, she saw a vision. Someone's dying. You're the artist, Andres. You remember me? Yes, you were here when the Baron was killed. You've changed. Hopefully for the better. God knows. Though God reveals and hides at his will, he always knows our inner heart, even if we do not know it ourselves. I wish Father Thomas were here. Would you like Casper to go get him? If he could, yes. His house is just around the corner. Casper, run and get Father Thomas. Yes, Master Andres. Run, 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 run. Your son? No, definitely not my son. My apprentice, Casper Ziegler from Salzburg. He seems eager to please you. He is quite enthusiastic, yes. I have little knowledge of the workings of masters and apprentices. Oh. My world is one of spirit decoupled from the march of life and death. This is kind of weird that we're getting like an inside view of this now. I see and hear your world turning from this little window, but they are mercifully small glimpses. You chose a difficult life. The life is not difficult, but the choice was. My life belongs to God, and its trials are mine to endure in this cell. Your world is a world of normal lives and normal thoughts. It can be difficult to hear the divine, much less make sense of it. I have no will to be part of that world. I strive to have no will at all, but to subordinate myself to the will of God. When my will is His will, he graces me with visions, confusing though they may be. Certainly if God is giving you visions, he wants you to understand them. Understanding is a trial, Andres. Perhaps what God wants for me is to strive, and in striving to understand a different, deeper mystery. It is not my place to question His will, God's will, but to contemplate the revelations I receive with the help of Father Thomas. Sister, what is that hole in the ground? My grave. That seems macabre. I dug it before Father Thomas read me my funeral rites before I was enclosed here. I dig a little more in it each day. Most people find it shocking, but this is my devotion, my vocation. Once someone finds their calling, they must answer it fully. this lady. Was the calling to a cloistered life not enough? No, I thought it might be, but as you yourself have learned, the cloistered life is not so cloistered. The budding of the temporal world against the spiritual world is like flint against steel. Sparks are inevitable. Is your calling in question, Andres? Is your life? Both, I think. I've lost my love. My love for art, love for family, love for anything. The last 7 years have been hard. It was all too much for me. Don't lose hope, Andres. The human heart is no small thing. It can hold so much. Run, Thomas. Andres, thank you for sending Casper. She asked for you. Are you all right, Sister Amelie? Yes, Father, I may have had another vision. I remember little of it. Master Mallory and his apprentice heard nothing specific. That is unfortunate, but I am glad you are all right. Andres, Casper, could you excuse us? We appreciate your help, but I must tend to her now in the church. All right, good evening. God bless you both. Master Andres, I'm confused. What did all that mean? I'm not sure, but the last time I heard Sister Amelie have a vision, it was just before the Baron was murdered. What? Do you think? Could Sister Amelie be receiving warnings? I mean, I think it is possible. It is easy to think that, especially after the fact, but I was only present for one murder and one other vision. But what if there's another murder? If that happens, I may revise my opinion. Come, Casper, let's retire for the evening. Can't wait for death. Can I go to the Abbey at all? Or am I going to be blocked because they hate me? It's like we are blocking you because we specifically hate you. Well. Okay, the church itself is locked. Down. Shrine locked. Covent Garden locked. Great. No respect. Can't just wander around anymore. Kitty noises. Could I have gone down there? I gotta check the whole place. I don't trust it. There's gonna be some sneaking person coming to kill me. It's getting late. Should get some rest. Go to sleep. Look at my little nightcap. I should start wearing a nightcap to bed. I always considered if I should be one of those people that wears like the eye cover things. What are they called? Blindfold things? I wonder if those actually do anything. But then I also realize that I'm one of those freaks that like I fall asleep with like something on the television in my room. Usually like a concert or something. And I kind of like looking at it as like my eyes start getting heavy. So I think the eye covers would kind of make that difficult. And that's been a ritual for my sleep time for like years now. Can't disrupt that. Also, if I really wanted to get into my hyper-specific things, if someone were to, like, let's say something bad was happening. let's say like someone broke into your apartment and you had and it's like late at night and you're in the middle of your bed. You're in the middle of sleeping time and you have eye covers on. That's just one layer of things that you have to take care of to properly defend yourself. You know what I mean? You have to take time. You only have so many precious few seconds if something bad were to happen. And you want to spend time trying to take something off your head, covering your eyes, you know? It's the same thing for why you should probably never, rules state that you should probably never, like, fall asleep naked. Because if your house or your apartment starts burning down or something, and you've got to like beat it out, I mean, your choices are spend a couple seconds to clothe yourself, and then get out of your place, or run really quickly in the flesh, in the nude. So every time you fall asleep naked, you're risking it. It's a tough decision. Did you drop this, Casper? No, I don't think so, Master. Oh, it's a secret message. That script looks beautiful, Master Andres. Did you write that? You were warned. Scary message. Warned? What does that mean? Warned about what? Do I tell the kid that something bad's about to happen? It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Let's just head up to the library, Casper. All right, Master. Hello, Master Mallor. Good day, Master Mallor. Okay, so am I going to be allowed into the church here? Ah, the many-petaled cinquefoil grows so easily, some consider it... Oh, probably already. Pet the kitty. Kitty loves me. Is anything happening at the forest here? I always feel like the forest has the best chance of like some mystery happening. Someone's gonna be here, or at the waterfall, or at the salt mine thing. But no. Why am I immediately getting the thought that at some point something bad's gonna happen to my apprentice? Got a bad feeling about that. Oh, this fucking guy. Andres. Brother Guy, what are you doing out here? Father Gernot has asked me to inform the townsfolk that the shrine is closed. Has something happened to the shrine? Father Abbot has ordered that we bring the hand into the church. The pilgrims are still welcome to come in and visit the relic, but it's off limits to the townsfolk. What? Why? The abbot has had enough of the peasants and townsfolk rebelling against the abbey. He is the rightful lord. The abbot has been more than generous, but he will not let this 12 articles drivel pass. The abbot refuses to leave the relic at risk of destruction. The hand of St. Moritz is the only thing keeping the abbey open. I feel like we are very close to something bad happening to the church, and I'm going to be honest, I'm all for it. Either this or this. But Tassing relies on St. Moritz just as much as the Abbey. What about the faith of the townsfolk? Then they can stop engaging in such heretical and sinful behavior. The abbot is trying to protect the relic, nothing more. Damn, I could go full force here. Might as well. They're already my enemy at this point, you know? No one wants to destroy the hand of St. Moritz, Guy. The abbot is a cruel man, and you're no better defending him. I will do my duty as my vows and my lord command me, Andres. God bless you. I say. Going to the Covenant Garden. Gonna go say hi to my ladies. After I pet this kitty. Meow, 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 meow. Hello, who's there? Hello, Sister Margaret. It's Andres Maller, the artist. Oh, Master Maller, Mother Illuminata said you'd returned. Is there someone else with you? Yes, my apprentice, Casper. Hello. God bless you, Casper. You smell even more of paint than your master. I could just be open about it. Sister Margaret is blind. She relies on her other senses, Casper. Oh, thank you. You're funny. Anyway, I should go. Mother Illuminata doesn't like it when we're distracted from our duties. Of course. Till later, sister. God bless you, Master Maller. And you too, Casper. Wonder if Casper finds it weird that I roam a lot. Oh, there's no one here. Ah. What's happening at the crypt? Is the crypt popping? No. Also, did me solving the get the secret passage here, did that get closed up? Were they like, oh, over these course of the 7 years or whatever, were they like, oh, we need to close the secret passageway? Can't have that still open. Andres! Oh, it's wonderful to see you again. How have things been for you in Nuremberg? I've actually been in Barcelona recently. Nuremberg is the same as it always is. Ah, well, it's good to see you in any case. Forgive me for asking, but how did you find the music in Aragon? Wonderful. Several years ago, I heard a cantor in Zaragoza with a wonderful voice and interesting compositions. Oh, look at that frog. I believe his name is Juan Garcia de Basurto. Oh, he has since moved on to another cathedral. Oh, if he is as talented as you say, I must imagine we will see his music sooner or later. I love our music, of course, but I am interested in what has been created across Christendom. Suppose you came to pay your respects to Brother Piero. I'm so sorry, Andres. He was a wonderful man and a faithful servant of Christ. He was my friend and teacher. Well, despite the occasion, it is good to see you again. God bless you, Andres. My good friend. Do I really want to talk to this fucking guy? Ugh. Or this guy? God, everyone sucks here in the church. I hate everyone here. always at the animal pens. Are these pigs? Wolfbert. Oh, Master Andres. It's been so long. It's good to see you, Brother Wolfbert. How are you? I am well. I'm a monk now. Brother Lucas, too. I still do the same work, but now I have the same robes as the other brothers. Are you happy here, brother? I am. The brothers are my family. I serve the Lord with my labor, and I'm thankful to have a place here. It's good to hear. I'll leave you to your work, brother. God bless you, Master Andres. I want to go in. Oh, can't. Oh, Volkbert. Mother Cecilia? Headstone is well made. Her family must have commissioned it. Brother Piero. Rest in peace, my old friend. Oh, good to see this guy still here. Florian. Andres Maller, how wonderful to see you. Have you been well? Well enough, yes. Good. You look healthy. What brings you back here? I wanted to pay my respects to Brother Piero. Ah, of course. I'm sorry, Andres. I know it's a small consolation, but he lived a long life with little pain. He died quite suddenly during Lauds. He was well loved by everyone here, even those who might pretend otherwise. I'm sure he appreciates the gesture. As for your visit, I cannot speak with the abbot's authority, but you are always welcome company. Thank you. How have you been keeping yourself busy these last few years? I've been reading every Italian medical text Klaus Drucker can get his hands on. Really? How many is that? Oh, I haven't counted, but many? Leoncino's text on the French disease, which might have been helpful for the Baron all those years ago. Oh, Jesus, all these Italian word names. The Fasculus, and it's fucking cursive. I'm like, Medicinae, a new printing from Venice. Wonderful woodcuts. Oh, the Flower of Medicine from Salerno. Did you know they've translated it into Hebrew? Occitan? Imagine that. Imagine a peasant in the fields of Provence reading the medical wisdom of Salerno. Salerno? Oh, shit. He's changing his typeface. Damn. He's leveled up. Imagine a Polish mercenary doing it. Ha, I don't need to imagine it. What a wonder these books are. Ah, got carried away. Anyway, it's good to see you, Andres. Until later. Till then. Talk to this guy. Oh, he does not want to talk to me. Probably for the best then. Hello, who is this? It's Andres, Brother Adoc. Andres Maller. Oh, Andres, the fine young artist of Nuremberg. Not quite so young anymore, brother. No, you are still young. When you were last here, I thought I was old. I was wrong. Now I feel the true measure of years on these bones. Like the waves of the wide sea on the cliffs of Porthcragen. Time has worn me down. I mean, if I can look at my posture, I've no backbone of which to speak of. But enough of that. How have you been, Andres? Just a backbone, just non-existent. I've been well, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. You seem more at ease now than when I was last here. Do I? It may be so. I may have worked in the scriptorium beyond the limits of this body. Pained my joints and strained my brotherly love for Guy. The scriptorium took my sight and the use of my hands, but when it closed, it also took the pain from my heart. The abbot is content to let me serve the Lord through prayer and contemplation, and so it also contents me. Sorry, Andres, but I must rest now. It is good to hear your voice at Kearsall again. God bless you. God bless you, Brother Adok. Oh, is this that one lady? The scriptorium fell into disrepair quickly after Father Gurnock closed the library. Oh, Andres, you're back. You seem surprised to see me. Only surprised at how much you've grown in stature. A master artist now, I see. You know, I've grown as well, in a variety of ways. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. I can't, I can't pick this, especially in front of my apprentice. I mean, I don't want to say Sister That Night was just that one night. That's also lame. You know what I mean? Oh, but the whole thing is like, I'm apparently like married now. So it is kind of a scumbag move to start doing like anything like the top answer or God forbid this third answer. Do I allow myself to just pick one fun answer, slightly fun answer? Because it's clear he doesn't appreciate the arranged marriage he's been put into. Does that alleviate you of any problem if then you... you know what? Oh, you'll have to show me sometime. Oh, Andres, I'm not indulging you again. Okay. Wrong answer. Wrong answer, forehead. Shit. I'm not indulging you again. So what? Did I misinterpret what she was saying? Indulging me? You practically threw yourself at me. Might as well. I was young and immature. Let it pass, won't you? I'd rather forget about it. No, the top answer is bad. Did you get in trouble? I thought Mother Illuminata let you go. She did. But what happened after was bothersome. Thank God Sister Gertrude knows her plants. I don't. Oh. You fell pregnant. Oh. Oh. Shh. Oh. Oh, this is awkward. I like looking on Dre's face, and then behind him, the apprentice is just like taking us all in. He's like, yes. Thankfully, Sister Gertrude helped me end it before a fortnight had passed, so the fetus was yet unformed. Yeah. Nope, definitely not picking those. I'm sorry I put you in that position. I chose that path as much as you did, Andres. I'm living with the consequences. If Sister Gertrude's remedy hadn't worked, I would have been defrocked, and my family would have disowned me. I nearly lost everything, all for one stupid fling with you. I was sick for days on end and still have terrible cramps, but still, it's not as bad as it could have been. God, do I feel horrible right now. I'm an actual piece of shit in the game. Again, can't remain silent. Can't pick the middle one. Some of these options are just terrible. I'm grateful Sister Gertrude is able to keep you well. Me too. It was a good night. I still remember Mother Illuminata's face. That face. Her... okay, so there's a pun answer, or... I was certainly shocked as she was. I was certainly shocked as she was. You should have heard the tongue wagging she gave me afterward. Quite impressive. It's good to see you again, Andres. Likewise, sister. Okay, well, hopefully we end things on good terms then, you know? We had just the slightest bit of a fling. And then... you know... she had to set me straight and be like, hey, that was bad. I've grown up. Repercussions of the problem, we deal with it. I've returned to my duties. Thank you for speaking with me. Until later. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, look, she has her books. What's up here? God bless you, Andres. It's been too long. I know Father Abbot made it clear you were not to return when you left, but we had hoped to hear from you. Yes, my apologies. You're right, of course. It's good to see you again, Mother Illuminata. This is my apprentice, Caspar Ziegler from Salzburg. God bless you, Mother Superior. God bless you, young Caspar. No greeting for your favorite library helper? Okay, wait. This is weird, because we did just speak outside. But also... it's good to see you, sister. You as well. I'm sorry you have to see it in such state. It sees very little use these days. What happened? After Baron Rothvogel's murder, we had fewer and fewer wealthy patrons. The small number that held out lost interest. It's easier to commission new work from the Guild of St. Luke or individual masters in big cities like Nuremberg. Father Gernot saw no reason to keep the scriptorium or library open. Most of the books here have been suffering of neglect. After Mother Cecilia's death, neither I nor Sister Zadina had time to maintain our inventory. That's terrible. Kiersal was one of the last monastic scriptoria in Bavaria. As Brother Piero was found saying, all things change in time. Now all that remains are books for sale to interested parties, a task that Father Gurnah has entrusted to me. And Sister Zdena, of course. Well, I'm eager to look through your inventory. Master Andres, maybe you could find a book for little, Magdalene, something that's not in print yet. Excellent idea, Casper. I'm looking at books. Looking at books. Parzival. Perhaps Klaus would not object to this romance, given its emphasis on Christian virtues. The German is a little dated, but I'm sure she'll figure it out with Klaus's help. Who knows? Maybe it'll inspire her imagination. Do I keep going? Huh. I think these are Latin translations of some of Origen's homilies. Regions? Also, it looks like it's partially burned. Probably not a great gift for a young girl. Wait. Yeah. Excuse me. This is the same bookhand as the notes I found when the Baron was murdered. Whoever wrote this is responsible for writing the notes. I need to ask Illuminata about this. Some kind of burned book thing. A copy of Jacobus de Vorigny's Golden Legend. Every good Christian should know the legends of the saints. And the Latin is simple enough that she should be able to read it before long. Oh, Richard de Bury's Philobiblon. English priest. Maybe this is where Illuminata and Cecilia learned all their tricks. Certainly a good book for a printer's daughter. Albertus Magnus de Animalibus. It's ostensibly a bestiary, but it contains so much more knowledge on a variety of topics. This could inspire an interest in animals in the natural world. Beautiful illustrations as well. Huh. Huh. Have you decided on any books to purchase? Yes, just one. Which was the one that had the... Oh, I guess I could just pick anyone, right? Oh, I'll pick this one. The animal one. Contains a wealth of knowledge. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Klaus Strucker's daughter, Magdalene, will. Latin may pose a challenge for her, but I'm sure with persistence she can overcome it. Is there anything else you need? Yes, Mother Illuminata. What do you know about this book? I don't know anything. It's the first time I've seen it. Where did you find it? I've seen it on one of the lower shelves. I don't think it's in our catalog. It's burned around the edges. Why? How can I find out where it came from or who wrote it? If it's not in our catalog, I'm afraid I don't know whom you could ask. If it was a recent edition, the only people who would know are Mother Cecilia and Father Matthias. It's a shame because whoever scribed this book wrote the letters I found while investigating the Baron's murder. The ones in the fine bookhand? Brother Adolf told me about them. Perhaps he knows something about this book. He's been here longer than any of us. Why would the person who wrote the letters have scribed a book in our library? Well, that's the question. Whoever did it is a thread puller. Huh? Someone who was manipulating people at Kherson Tassing, pulling at threads to provoke someone into killing the Baron. I thought one of the brothers killed the Baron. He did. but the Baron was lured to the chapter house by someone who knew Kier saw in passing secrets. Well, I'm afraid we can't be of any more help to you in determining the book's provenance. However, as it's not in our catalog and it's already damaged, I doubt Abbot would mind if you kept it. Excellent, thank you. Glad someone bothered to save it from the flames. Where's that guy? I thought Adolf maybe would still be out here. I'm looking for him. I don't think I'm gonna find him. Camera movement always gets me. I always think it's gonna show me something. Where's it want me to go eat? Now I have a book to give Magdalene. Casper and I should head over to the Druckers for a meal. Okay. Have I been in here before? I don't think I have. Painting of the Virgin Mary. What does a labyrinth symbolize? A labyrinth. You're that artist who came here a few years ago around the time of the murder. Yes, I'm Andres Maller. Right, I know your name. Do you work for Father Thomas? Work for? I'm his slave. I clean this damn church and keep his house so I have a roof over my head. Around the time the Baron was murdered, I lost my home. That bastard, the abbot, took it from me. Now I have to rely on the charity of the church. I hate the church as much as the abbey. I wish there was hell so I could send a lot of these holy men there. Well? I understand. You don't. You can't. No matter. Alright, well, I'll see you later. Fine. Have fun. Lady. Bah. You're back. Good. We're almost ready to sit down to eat. Would you and Casper care to join us? Of course. Thank you, Klaus. Welcome back, Andres. Casper. Andres, these are my friends, Benjamin and Rachel Summerfield. They're on their way back to Prague. Good day. Hello. Excuse me for not getting up. It's a bit difficult. Of course, I understand. It's nice to meet you both. Hello. Brrr. Hello. That sounds like a real word, Klaus. She's learning more of them every day. She'll be reading before long. That's a wonderful segue to the gift that I've brought her. Oh. A book from the Abbey Library. Is this for her or for you? Her, I swear. Albertus Magnus de Animalis. Andres, she's only 2 years old. I'm sure she'll learn quickly in a printer's house. Thanks for this. It's a nice thought. Alright, he doesn't like my gift. Such an asshole. We should probably pray before we, assuming the Summerfields don't mind. Not at all. We're accustomed to being guests in Christian homes. Thank you for asking, Klaus. Alright, I'll lead the prayer then. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ, our Lord. Amen. 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 Klaus, thank you again for letting us stay here. It's been such a long trip. Oh. Is it time? No, I'm fine. I think I'm just sore everywhere. Oof. Anyway, we'd hoped to get home weeks ago, but the fighting has made slow progress from Basel. Has the fighting come close? Close enough. We can hear the drums or see the armies. It's just too close for me. Rachel, being pregnant complicates things, of course. It's better to be cautious than full of regret. It's lucky timing for me, though. Now I have 2 printers and master artists at my dinner table. True, it isn't all misfortune. Oh, she got upgraded text. Daddy! Oh, yes, thank you. A future printer and baby printer to be. Tassing hasn't seen this many artists under one roof in a while. It's amazing to see how far printing has come so quickly. Some of the engravings I've seen are incredible. And new techniques, new types, new styles are being developed every year. Benjamin is trying to create a more readable script for Yiddish. We have typefaces for Hebrew, but it would be nice to have something separate for Yiddish. How novel. Yes, it's still a developing typeface and usually only used in Jewish women's books. I like our writing to be more accessible, especially to those who only read Yiddish. Here, something like this. I'll be sure to send you some samples when I'm finished, Klaus. Good. I like that. Oh! Yes, I'm fine. Klaus, what are you working on? I need to get ready to sell to travelers as the pass is open, but lately I've been printing the 12 articles for the town. 12 articles? Thanks to Father Thomas, everyone in town can read at least well enough to make it through that sheet. It's got a lot of people talking and a lot more coming over to Otto's way of thinking. Well, you heard him yourself, Andres. What do you think of what's happening in Tassing? There's no middle ground, really. You gotta go one way or the other. And I really can't cape for the abbot in the church. Like, there's just no way. The abbot's always been an ass. What do you expect? You're not wrong. Remember what happened to Ottilia's house? The abbot took it away. She lost everything. She works for Father Thomas now. Yes, I spoke with her. Quite unexpected given her attitude toward the church. I was as surprised as you are now. We all were. But that was the only charity available to her. Sorry, not trying to bring up bad memories. I was just trying to say that things have been hard on the peasants for years. It's just gotten worse lately. If the abbey's in such a bad state, there must be someone the abbey can appeal to for more money. Who? The Pope? Duke of Bavaria may lend him military, but money is unlikely. Well, then it's the abbot's problem to fix. The peasants don't need to bear the brunt of it. We're sympathetic to what's happening here. We saw it all throughout Swabia. Peasants are suffering. It's true, but I worry about what'll happen in Tassing. Hit. Oh. I'm fine. Peasants are no match for the soldiers of the Swabian League. What is the Swabian League? Soldiers of the Swabian nobility meant to keep peace in the empire. To robbery, murder, and outrage they give the lying name governance, and where they make a desert, they call it peace. Not desert. My wife reads a surprising amount of Roman history. The rabbis won't let me read scripture, so what do you expect me to do in a house full of books? I know that Otto and the peasants are taking a risk, but I believe Otto will keep things peaceful. Anyway, it's not the Swabian League we have to worry about, but the soldiers of the Duke of Bavaria. Bavaria! Prince Bishop has the church's authority, but the Duke's lands surround Tassing and Kearsall. Eat those mushrooms. Klaus, I wanted to apologize for never writing back. I was so caught up in work, you know how it is, and I never got around to it. By the time I got to your letters, so much time had gone by after Bert and Mary had passed. I'm sorry. That is speechless. Puff. Ow. Oh, this is it. This is it. Oh, she's having the baby. Oh no, I was afraid of this. We can't travel now. This is all my fault. We should have left Basil earlier. I love you, Benjamin, but be quiet. I don't care. I need help. Yes, we need a midwife. Is there one who would accept Rachel? Agnes Steinarin. She's Tassing's midwife. Could you get her? Klaus? Yes, I should get her. Agnes has delivered every child in Tassing as long as I can remember. She would never turn any woman away. Thank you, Klaus. You're a mensch. Enough with the thanks. Get me the midwife! S. Andres, you're forgiven. Casper, it's good to have you over, but you both have to leave. Thank you, Klaus. Good luck, Rachel. Thank you. I'll need it. Oh, I'll go fetch Agnes. Thank you for joining us, Andres. Oh, almost forgot. You should go see the bonfire preparations at Town Commons. You missed them on your last visit. Klaus! I'm going! Thank you, Klaus. We'll be going. Take care. Oh, look at this. Everyone seems to be working hard for the bonfire tonight. Commons look festive, decorated like this. Look at all the flowers, Master. And the bonfire's huge. How's the fire coming? Does logs work out alright for you, Indris? Coming along as expected. Nearly finished with it. It's all in place, Otto. Good, good. Alright, everyone, remember, after the bonfire tonight, we celebrate as usual. We will all gather in the woods, and the women will collect herbs as tradition demands. Otto, the abbot has forbidden harvesting in the forest. Please, for everyone's sake, reconsider your actions. Thank you, Father, but the abbot's orders goes against God's law. The forest belongs to all of us, as do all of its, game and fowl and fish. He cannot claim ownership over that which the Lord gave us to hold in common. No, I'm sorry, Father. We'll proceed as planned. Tassing has never let anything get in the way of our St. John's customs as long as I can remember. We won't start now. And remember, tomorrow I will show you proof that as sure as the sun turns round... Oh, it's 2 words. As proof that as sure as the sun turns round the earth, and our saints, God and our saints are with us. I thought it was 1 word. I was like, what does sun turns mean? Good day, Andres. Hello, Brother Watchlav. He looked upset at Otto's announcement. Is everything alright? Otto is becoming more aggressive in his defiance of the abbot. Father Gernot will not take this news well. Well, who's telling? Otto just announced his plan in the Commons and tasking as a small town. Of course the abbot will hear about it. Fair point, but why is the abbot so angry about it? Didn't you just hear Father Thomas, Andres? The abbot declared the woods off limits. Anyway, it's not for me to say. I'm sure the abbot will tell you more. He sent me with an invitation for you to dine with him tonight. I'm sure the father will want to discuss the situation over supper. Oh, I don't want to hang out with him. Why? Well, I suppose I can attend. Does the invitation extend to Casper as well? I'm sorry, Andres, but Father Abbot has asked you to come into his house alone. Whew. Please tell the abbot I'll see him this evening. Well, guess I'll see what all the fuss is about. I'll meet you back at the Golden Hand after dinner, alright? Can I help set up the festival decorations while you're with the abbot? Yes, but be back before sundown, alright? Yes, thank you, Master. I'll see you later. Oh, look at this. Look at that dancing. I want to be a part of that. This bonfire is much simpler than the one in Nuremberg, but it's pretty all the same. Hello, Andres. Hello, Master Mal. Hello, Andres. Master Andres, you'd best not keep the abbot waiting. Go on, we'll meet up after supper. Alright, don't get into trouble. Nothing bad better happen to Casper. Oh, a solid 41% now. What number stream is this? Is this 5 of this game? Let me see. Yes, 5. I was curious how far we were going to get into it. I originally had the plan of probably playing this longer, like even for like another like 2 hours or something, but then I realized that I have like things I should probably get done before the work week starts. Unfortunately. So maybe I'll just do this meeting with the abbot here and then we'll call it a night. Okay, so at the abbot house. Makes sense. Can I find the abbot house? I'm sure. Abbot house would be... Oh, actually I know. The abbot house is like at that, I could have gotten... I don't think I can get there. It's right there, isn't it? Aha! Wait, why'd my arm, like, fade from existence there? Alright. My big enemy. God bless you, Andres. I'm glad to see you received my invitation. Are you ready to eat? Yes. Good. Eating with my enemy. Andreas, thank you for coming to dinner. I thought you didn't ever want to see me at Kearsall again, Father. What changed? Yes, well, the Lord calls us to forgiveness, even when that might be difficult. I think it's high time we reconciled, Master Maller. Please sit, and we will pray together. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Lord, direct each of us here toward your wisdom, prudence, and guidance in our future actions. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen. Brother Wojloff was indeed prompt in delivering my message. I'm surprised you deigned drop by at all. You have done quite well for yourself, after all. It is good to see that your time at Kearsall was not squandered. You even look the part of the famous artist now. What have you been doing in recent years after leaving such a mess in Tassing? How much of a conversation do I want to have with this man? I traveled to Aragon to study the new art and oil techniques there. The journey took me far longer than I expected, though. Yes, I've heard the Inquisition has had a difficult time with the many Jews and Muslims fleeing the country. I understand the Edict of Expulsion, Father, but the Inquisition is brutal in its methods. The Church and Crown have a duty to ensure the safety of the kingdom, Andres. I'm sure the Inquisition is using exactly as much force as needed. Of course. Why did you really ask me here, Abbot? In truth, I had hoped to discuss the rising tensions between the Abbey and townspeople. I'd like to clarify the situation for you, Andres. Huh. Of course, just like you clarified that Piero was guilty all those years ago. Got him. This is precisely why I asked you here. I'm trying to prevent another terrible situation like that. I believe you've only heard from one side of the issue, Andres. Otto's little speeches about taxes don't account for the entire situation. Why demand such high taxes then, Father? What are my choices? Plum pudding, lebkuchen, peasant. I'll eat the one I can't pronounce. With the scriptorium closure, the taxes are necessary to make up for lost income. Man, if only you didn't close the scriptorium. That seems like it would have been a good idea. Just because you decide to close the scriptorium doesn't mean the townsfolk should suffer. Don't put the fault on me, Andres. These taxes are a direct consequence of your actions. After you accused Frank. He managed the scriptorium. Would you rather the brothers suffer instead, Andres? The Abbey relies on taxes to survive. The townsfolk knows taxes have risen and fallen in the past, and have shouldered the obligation willingly. Brother Guy has gone over the expenses himself. Raising taxes is the best way to cover those costs. What about prohibiting the peasants from working the forest? That's a new restriction. Give me that pheasant. The forest belongs to the Abbey, and the peasants have no right to use it. Legally, it's theft. You're being a pedantic ass. I mean, yes. You know what? I'm gonna do this. True, Swabian and Bavarian law allow you to control land as you wish, but the peasants are saying these restrictions go against God's divine law, not an imperial rule, Father. God in his wisdom established the church with his law, and they would do well to remember that. But doesn't God's law account for graciousness and charity? The peasants have exhausted my graciousness and charity for too long already, and have little regard for the church's authority itself. The monastery and church exist to help stop such foolishness and to help regulate mankind's sin and greed. The peasants and townsfolk have gone too far. Here they will continue their disobedience by collecting herbs on St. John's Eve. The whole town knows I've forbidden it. The matter is grave, and I will excommunicate anyone who defies my order. That certainly creates an ultimatum, one I am hoping to not have to use. This guy. Remaining impartial will be impossible as long as you're in town. Support me in ending this foolish rebellion. You have a reputation in town, Andres. You're a successful man, and the townsfolk believe they are like you. I'd like you to convince the other townsfolk, the printer, for example, that this uprising is not in their best interests. The rest of the town will follow, and the peasants will have no chance to resist. We can end this peacefully. I don't like this at all. I gotta be honest. Don't pull me into this. The peasants have genuine grievances. Why not talk with them and negotiate? I'm a forgiving man, but Otto's stubbornness has challenged even me. Otto is past the point of talking, Andres, so I'm begging you for help in the matter. Please, take more time to think about it. I apologize, we must conclude for now. Ugh. I must excuse myself. I'm expected to lead a service at Compline tonight. Think on what I've discussed, Andres. I trust you can find your way out. I will, Father Abbot. Good night. Relying on me to do the dirty work. Don't like it. Andres Maller. Never thought I'd see you back here again. I came back to pay my respects to Brother Piero. I'm sorry. Didn't know the man, but I heard others speak well of him. How have you been, Helena? Well, little Martha managed to survive since your last visit, thank God. But lately, not so well. You must know about the taxes we have to deal with. Otto is trying to make the abbot see some sense, but I'm worried he's playing with fire. Carl and Peter and the other farmers support him, but it's dangerous to provoke the Duke. And Anton's still too young to get mixed up in all this. We have Martha to look after now. Sounds like the peasants can't really survive the way things are. It's going to be a hard winter for certain. But I'd take a skinny husband over a dead one. I pray nothing happens to him. Now then, I best get back to my work. Until later, Andres. Until then. Hi. Hello, you must be Martha. Who told you? Saint Satia. Really? Yes, she said she's watching over you. That's nice. All right, I'm going to go. She's like, please stop talking to me, strange man. Big fire. Why, Martin, look who it is. Good evening, Andres. Andres, you're staying for the festival, I hope. Of course he's staying. Why, who would miss this, especially after you burly boys built such a beautiful bonfire? A burly boy like me would do anything for you, Dove. Love? Dove? Dove. Couldn't help myself. Brigitte, Martin, you're both feeling very festive, I see. The food, the fires, the dancing, it really is a night to enjoy. It's to honor the anniversary of the birth of Blessed John. A vigil for he who prepared the way. Yes, yes, and he'd have liked everyone to have a good mood in their hearts, and good food in their bellies. As a hermit who wandered in the desert, giving off locusts and wild honey, he probably wouldn't agree. I'd like to live off some wild honey myself, if you catch my meaning. Snort. Martin, please behave. Yes, dear. I'll pray to God to relieve me of my unclean thoughts. But you'll have, nope. Tut. Tut. You'll get no dances tonight if you continue this impishness. See, Andres? This is the kind of difficult married life I have to deal with. Quite. So, what's next for the evening? Will you heed Otto's call and go into the forest? No. I'm really not looking for trouble. There's enough of that going around. Even though you supported him earlier during his speech? He speaks his mind on what's important, but like I've said, I've no personal interest to provoke the abbot. We are God-fearing people, Andres. Glad you're being sensible, I guess. Not that I'm happy about the situation, but celebrations are enough for us. We'll dance until our legs begin to waver, right, Martin? But not miss it for the world. That's delightful. Hope you have a great evening. You as well, Andres. Until later. Hello, Master Mouse. Mouse. Evening, Till. Enjoying the festival? Very much so. I perhaps feel a tattle for the more... He's drunk. For the more active side of celebrations, but I enjoy the sights and sounds. Did you know the word for the summer? Solstice leads back to the Romans. I may have heard that, yes. Solstitium. The sun staying still in the sky, such as it looks like the time of year. A fitting allegory for the great cosmic arc of mankind, rise and fall. But to make up for that, dancing, leaping, songs, joy, and can't tell if I can't read the cursive or he really is having a time. People do seem elated, although I don't think the same applies to Abbot Gernot. Otto's courting danger, I agree. Going against the decree of the abbot like so. The festival has always had a rebellious streak of jest and mockery. Don't see it as sacred as some. And what are we mocking? The fools of the community. Where is that word? Most like. The vices folks get up to, especially those more important than us. Overall, I think I clicked on it accidentally. Overall, I think it brings people together. Ah, I wish I could read more about all this. Well, the Abbey's selling books from their library. I hoped I could get some for myself, but it proved to be far too expensive. Klaus and his printings have proven to be of more use, a fair bit cheaper. Have you come across any interesting tales? I have indeed, Master Mauler. Or, I didn't quite understand everything. The text was written in Latin. It was by a Roman named Strabo. And it was about geography. That's why I noticed it. I don't believe I've had the chance to read anything by him. It was a fairly complicated read, I must admit. The book was about many kinds of barbarians, which also include the Raiti tribe I read about years ago. The people who used to live on this very land before the Romans arrived. He called this place Ratium and described it as a cluster, I would imagine. A cluster of... Oh, what is that? Dob huts, and it's people hostile and warlike, only interested in hunting and fighting. I just can't read, I think. There was something about Manus and his sons, but I couldn't understand a lot of it. In any case, when the Romans came, most of these locals were driven out, but some were captured to work in the fields and the mines. What happened to the locals who were forced out? No idea. I'd imagine that after the Romans were driven off, when their empire started falling apart, maybe the barbarians came back. But were they really the same people, or nomads from elsewhere? Guess we'll never know. Thank you for the quick history. I'll let you get back to the festivities. Enjoy yourself tonight, Master Mal. Until later. Master Andres, look at how big the bonfire is. The decorations are so fancy. The St. John's Festival is a big event for tasting. I missed the last time I was here. Haven't you ever been to a festival like this, Casper? No, I've never seen anything like this. Can I stay at the bonfire and see the costumes and watch them collect herbs, Master Mallard, please? Do I let him? Alright, but follow along and don't get in their way. I'm too tired for the festival. I think I'll just turn in for the night. Yes, I promise I won't make trouble. I'll see you tomorrow, Master. Well, well. You're that artist, the one who lived with the Gertners. Got mixed up in the wonderful killing of that rat, the Baron. I was just trying to clear my friend's name. You think I care? If a flood washed the abbey and all of the monks into the river, I'd grab the nearest man and dance a weller in joy. Anyway, no time to talk now, fancy man. It's time to call to the fire. Call? All the hands, Mama Perkta. Nussardang Guard Perti. Ve Nuss Clementi. Alright, I'm going to go. Enjoy the evening, Andres. But if you want my advice, stay out of the woods tonight. Great. I'm gonna go to the woods just to make sure. Well, I was already kind of there, right? I mean, they're gonna go to the forest. I know that's what it's saying, but so it feels like. Oh, hey. Is that our guy? Smokey. Oh, hello, Master Maller. You're looking well. Thank you, Smokey. How are you? I'm well enough, I guess. Vaxlaw went his ways a few years ago, which I suppose bound to happen. I miss the company sometimes, but now there's no one to keep me from my gossip. No one to tell it to either. Have I missed much? Things I could tell you since you left Tassing. We'd be here till Kingdom Come. Oh? I did see another Imperial Reich Post courier ride from the Abbey a few days ago. Brother guy dropped the bag once. It looked heavy. The Abbey must be doing better than the Abbey is letting on. I'd heard the Abbey was struggling with his funds. Curious, isn't it? Couriers arrive once or twice a month. Doesn't help that the abbot has tightened restrictions so close to St. John's Eve, too. The townsfolk get up to all sorts of mischief then. What sort of mischief? I'd wager Johann and Kat will find some corner to play in again. It's practically tradition at this point. Veronica and Brigitte might go out for a midnight dip by the waterfall, too. They've been swimming out there for years. Now everyone's getting clever, trying to stay out from the abbot's eye. Rightly so, he's an ass. I didn't see you in the town commons during Otto's speech. Aren't you standing with the peasants? Well, the cause doesn't really affect me, does it? I'm as worried as anyone about soldiers rushing through here, but the new taxes and restrictions don't bother me. I understand why they're upset, but I've been doing fine out here with less than they have. Nothing will change for me if they get their way. You could still support them. I don't want to get involved. I'm fine as I am. Supporting them would be the proper Christian thing to do, I guess. But when have any of them done the Christian thing for me? You provide a useful service, take pride in that. Pride is a sin, Master Maller. All I want is fairness, decency. I've given them my work for years, but they refuse to treat me right. They mock me for my blind faith, since I have to keep a constant eye on the kiln for days on end and can't go to church as often. They laugh at the way I stink. Can't help that, you know? Hence one must be even stronger of heart to forgive them their follies. I'm not sure I have it in me. Oh well, enough of that. Thanks for stopping by, Master Maller. Until later, Smokey. Till then. What a nice guy. It's getting late. Should get some rest. Go to sleep. Nightcap. On. Jammies. On. Oh, it's one of these. I said I was going to end like 10 minutes ago. But we'll read through this. Oh, it's more of a maze now, isn't it? Before it was like you could just go wherever. Oh, I'm running. It's like a metaphor, isn't it? Oh, my arranged wife. What is it? What? Come home. Stop bothering me. Leave me alone, woman. I will, soon. You're lying. Sometimes I think you must despise me. But maybe it's worse than that. Maybe I'm nothing to be regarded at all. What am I to you now? An annoyance? A bother? A nuisance to be ignored while you lead another life in Barcelona? Was there ever an ounce of love in your heart for me? Oh god, the guilt trip is coming. For a marriage I had no want of. Oh man. As much as you had for me? You can't help but be cruel, can you? Oh, God, say nothing. Fine. Go back to your whores, the women who make you happy. This house is so lonely without him. Stop. Your presence would only amplify the grief. Stop! Leave me alone. Leave me alone with the memory of him. Stop! Just leave me alone, just for one night. One night where I don't have to dream about him. Please. Thank you. Yikes. Oh. Hello, August. I know you aren't going to say anything. You never say anything. Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't do anything for you. I'm so tired, August. Do you get tired where you are? Last time I saw you, I said goodnight to you. Couldn't come to the bed, so I stood in the doorway. Just stood in the dark. You didn't say anything back, so I said it again. I don't know how long I stood there. Just waiting for you to say goodnight. You still look the same age to me. I wonder if I'll ever forget your face. Oof. Do I remember your mother as she is? I remember loving her. Can you ever picture someone clearly if you loved them? I loved you, little boy. I loved you so much. Sometimes I wish I could die so I wouldn't feel it anymore. But I can't. So I retrace my steps every night, and I find my way back to her. Back to you. I love you, August. Good night. What happened to this place? Where's Prester John? And where are Socrates and Saint Grobrian? Grobrian wasn't on the ship of fools. Won't you answer me? No thoughts for Beatrice? You are Beatrice, aren't you? Once, I was a voice of caution, of prudence. And now? More and less than caution, the ache of doubt that stiffens to paralyze. That stiffens to paralysis. Paralysis that breeds despair. Melancholia? What happened to the others? What happens to you happens to us. The foundations of the city are still moored within the ocean of your mind. Its court does not rule your mind rules the court. Once reason, curiosity, and the foolishness of youth dwelt under the aegis of your intellect. I am all that remains, the melancholy of life's autumn. How did it come to this? You have turned your gaze to your own dark center. You know the courses of your own life. You know how the choices you've made have brought you here. What am I supposed to do about it now? Change your life. Wait, I shouldn't be here. I need to help someone. Is Casper alright? Ah, so your thoughts are entirely turned inward. There's still something in you that cares for others in spite of your melancholy. Perhaps there's still hope for us. Wake up, Andres. Wake up! That's like me every night. Wake up! Chapter 5, find Casper. Oh shit, what a cliffhanger to end on. I've got my little lantern and my little nightcap. Hopefully nothing bad has happened to Casper. And we, yeah, we'll just end there. Let's see. The week ahead, let's see. I would very much... I know we're like halfway through Death's Door. Allegedly. I also know that according to this game, we're, what, 41% of the way through the game? That's not too shabby. Though I would like to finish these games, both games, sooner rather than later. Obviously, Higurashi is still going to be quite some ways away, but, from officially ending. But I would imagine this week to be heavy on Pentiment. Heavy on this game, I would say. Probably heavy on this game, so that we can get a good chunk of it done. So don't be surprised if it pops up, like, 3 out of these 4 days. 2, at least 2 of these 4 days. I'm still debating back and forth if Higurashi is going to be happening on Tuesday night. So if it does happen Tuesday night, then it will probably just be 2 nights, and then we'll do 1 more night of Death's Door. But, because that allows us to go at, like, still a decent pace of Death's Door if we've been doing, like, a fourth of that game every time we've played it. And then, like I said, we get then a chunk of Pentiment done. Hopefully finish then. Death's Door in like 2 more streams. That'd be ideal. Probably doable. Planning ahead. Well, to say the least, I would just don't be surprised if we see more Pentiment tomorrow, at the very least. Because I'm interested. Like I said, I'm still very interested in this. It's interesting to look back at just how much I was like, oh, I'm not sure about this game, like 1 stream in. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like this game. It wasn't meshing with me, but after I think, like at the start of like the 3rd stream or something is where I, like, my opinion really turned on it. And I was like, oh, this is actually, I see what it's going for. So yeah, we end on a cliffhanger, but probably not for too long, as we'll probably pick up more of this tomorrow, see what happened to our apprentice. Hopefully nothing bad. That'd be quite upsetting if they just introduce a character, a little kid, our partner, and then he just, I don't know, gets murdered or something. Very upsetting. So yeah, I'm gonna part ways. I need to do some stuff here, some things here tonight before regrettably another work week. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Have a nice rest of your night. Take it. Just slurring all over with my words. Take it easy. Stay safe. Stay well. And until tomorrow.